So now we'll go through how to add RSS feeds into a category that you see on your website. So the idea here is multiple students have multiple blogs, and you want to pull all of those blogs and all that content into one place. So the way you do that through adding a menu item here at the top. First thing what you'll do is when you're logged into your WordPress site, you want to create that category that we're going to put all of that content in. So you come down to your settings, under writing. When you click on categories here, you can add a new category, give it a name, click add. The one that I've added here is Fall 2018 Student Article Reviews. So once you've created that category, you can now go ahead and create that menu item. So the next thing that you'll need to do is when you go to a blog post, so the way that it'll be added is through blog posts. Now let's just go back to the site really quick just to see what that looks like. So if I hover over this, if you see the URL at the bottom of the screen, it says category/Fall 2018. So I've added this item as a category. So any blog post that I've tagged with that category will show up on this page. So now the way that this is set up is this is one of the students' blogs, and the idea is you'll have multiple student blogs showing up on this page. And we can do it by blog title, we can do it by student name, however you want to set that up. So to pull that content, we go to add. Let's see here, add a blog post, give it a title. I'm going to write this one as student name. Now what you're going to need to do is add a shortcode here. Now shortcode is just a quick little bit of code that WordPress recognizes as content. So the way that works is if you just go to a Google search and type in WordPress RSS Shortcode, and if you go to the WordPress support page here, this is where you can find the RSS shortcode to add another blog's feed into your site. So this is basically the template of what you'll need to use. So RSS URL equals and then blog URL feed. So I'm just going to Control-C, copy that, go back to the new blog post that I've started. I'm going to paste that in. Now we have to replace this URL with the actual URL of the blog that we want to pull content from. So for example, on the students blog, let's see here. Let's pull a different blog. Let's go to the Hub's blog. So the Teaching and Learning Hub has our own blog, and using our handy RSS feed generator, it's going to pull the feed for the blog. So just like we did with our student blogs, it's the URL of the website /feed. I'm going to Control-C, copy that. And here I'm just going to paste that in. If you go to the HTML editor, that's probably a better way to do it because then it won't paste any links. So there, it's just pasting the text in. So switch between visual and HTML to paste that in. And I'll just remove the slash on the end there. So now when I hit preview, you'll see there's the title of the blog post that I've added, and then that little shortcode that we added is actually now pulling all of this content. So it's telling my WordPress site that I want the RSS feed for the Teaching and Learning website blog. So the way it shows up is just like this. So there's titles, there's short descriptions. Sometimes if a student has an excerpt that they've programmed into their blog posts, that will show here. Now some interesting things to customize. So say you want the blog title and maybe a date of when the student posted that blog. I'm just going to close this window here. So this is just the simple RSS feed generator that you can put in. However, back to our WordPress support page, you'll see if you scroll down, there's different ways to customize your feed. So if you want to show a title, if you want to show links, summary, author, date, any of that information, it shows you how to do it. So this is the URL that we've put in already. So ours would have ended there, but then the example here is saying show title equals false. So that means don't show the title, which I believe is automatically turned on. So say you don't want titles, you can do false. But maybe I want to show a summary, so the excerpt of the article. So I'm just going to copy that. I'm going to go back to my post here. I'm still in the HTML editor here. And show summary equals, and I can put either true or false. Right now the summary is showing, so I'm going to go false and just show you what that means. So preview. So now you'll see it's changed the way that the RSS feed displays. So now there's just titles displaying. But I'm going to change that. So I want to have the summary, the title, and I also want to have date. So now I'm going to remove this bit of code here because I do want to show the summary, which is by default turned on. But however, I do want to add show date. So I'm just going to Control-C, copy that, come back to my shortcode here, show date equals true. And when I click preview, here it is. So you'll see it's changed again. So title's back on. You can click on that link that the title generates and go right to the article on that blog. Here's the date and the time that it was posted and the excerpt. Now another way to customize this is, so say you're happy with the way your feed looks, I do recommend if you want to add a featured image. So I'm going to select set featured image. Let's say we choose this image here, set featured image, and how that will look. And now if you preview your post, you'll see this featured image and then all the blog posts below. So that's a really nice way to highlight student blogs by having their name at the top, as well as a nice image to sort of describe their blog. Now this image is static. You've just added it as a featured image. That won't change with your student blogs as they're updated. However, these links here will be automatically updated. So every time a student posts on their individual blog, it will be updated on your blog. So say I'm happy with that, I want to publish it. There's one last thing that we need to do, and remember that category that we created at the beginning. We just want to make sure that that's checked off, and that way we know that'll show up on our page. So let's click publish now, and that will go ahead and publish. So now that that's published, we want to go back to our menu. So I'm going to visit my site. So now what I need to do, so say this item right here, Fall 2018 Student Article Reviews, was not in the menu. We need to add that to the menu. So when you go into Customize on your site, there's an option here for menus. And this is considered here the main menu on this theme. So right now, you'll see exactly what's displayed there. So Home, Lynn's Helpful Posts, Fall 2018 Student Article Reviews, and Contact. So the way that I've added the Fall 2018 Student Article Reviews here is as a category, because I want all blog posts from that category to display in that list. So when I added that, I click Add Items. And down here under Category, you can click check the box here, and you'll see it's now added a second one. I'll just remove it, but that's just how you add that. So when you're happy with adding that to the menu, you click Publish, and you'll see it's there. Now, when I click on that category, you'll see the new blog post that I've added with the syndicated blog of my student. As well, here's the other one that was already existing. And note the two different ways of displaying the content. So for example, the one I just created, in the shortcode I wanted to include the date as well as an excerpt, so that appears here. But in this one, I just wanted to show the date and the time of the article. So when you click on it, it's just a nice clean bulleted list of the articles that the students have published. And I believe that is it. So that is how you add a category to your menu. That's how you can syndicate your student blogs. There's different ways of displaying their posts. And when you add that featured image, you'll see it just adds some nice visual content there for you to look at.